Brian Lawrence, the legendary British trainer. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm all right, not too bad. Can we talk about Saturday night first, and obviously who you're training, and a little bit about him, and to progress from there onwards?
Well, actually, I'm not training him. It's actually Dimitar's having his debut,
okay.
But Richard Williams training him.
Oh, Richard Williams trains him, right? So why is Richard Williams not here?
Richard is still in the gym. He's got somebody else fighting on the Friday,
right.
So he couldn't make it up here. But I'm actually his manager, so.
But you look after his training side as well a little bit, would you say?
Yeah, I look after it, but Richard Williams is very good trainer, so he don't need me to look over his shoulder.
Right. So who else do you manage? Right.
Well, I've signed a new fighter called Mark Williams.
Mark Williams,
who's a light heavy, 6'5", and I'm very excited. He's like a Tommy Earns, so you'll be seeing him in the next couple of months on a Tommy Dove show.
Tommy Dove.
Yeah.
Watch out for Tommy Dove. Yeah.
Yeah. Watch out for Tommy Dove. Yeah.
What is your, obviously let's go back in the days with you, because obviously off camera I wanted to speak to you for a while. You've got Ian Napper, you trained, yeah?
Yeah.
The legendary James Cook.
Yeah.
Harry Senior.
Yes.
Who else you trained?
Henry Akawandi.
Bit of Peter Obo thrown in.
Peter Obo.
A little bit.
Richard Williams.
Richard the Secret.
Yeah. Alan Gray. There's a few more in there, but
Mark Alexander.
Yeah, that was just for a couple of fights when he first turned pro.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Over the years, who would you say, obviously, would you struck a bomb with, relationship-wise? Who was close to your heart, would you say?
Well, quite a lot of them, because you're working with them every day. And like when you're a trainer, a fighter sees the trainer more than actually sees his wife or girlfriend. So, yeah, you do strike a good bond. But with all of them, I mean, because I've trained them for a long period. So, like with Ian Napper, we're all still very good friends. James Cook, Richard Williams. I still work with Richard now. And Harry Senior, everybody knows what happened to Harry Senior.
It's
very sad.
Very sad.
But I still keep in contact with Harry. And the only one I don't really see is Henry Akawandi, but that's another story. Well, that's another story in itself.
Ooh, watch out for that one.
Yeah.
What do we? So what's right? So Saturday night. Firstly, we're gonna talk about Tommy Dove's show. He's got Ian Lewison on the show. He's got Dominic.
Top Gun.
Yeah. Akelade. Yeah. Where do you see those two gentlemen in the heavyweight division?
Well, I mean, they're coming up. I think they should be in the top 10 in this country. I'm sure they're in the top 10 ratings. Dominic's Southern Area champion, so he's in line to fight for the British title. When you're Southern Area champion, you are usually 1 or 2 steps away from the British title, which well, I think it might be vacant now, seeing AJ when he won the world title. So, yeah, Dominic's is in the mix for that. Has to be.
This is it.
With Ian, he hasn't fought for a long time, so I think he needs a couple of fights to get into the mix again. But he's
still
a good
fresh
fighter.
though, isn't he? He still hasn't had that many hard wars.
No, he hasn't,
well.
but he's still got to put his foot down, because time waits for no man.
It does.
And I remember when he was first coming through, I had a little looks at him. I thought he looks quite useful.
He's got that menacing look, isn't he?
Yeah.
What you need in boxing. You know that menacing look where you could take a man's head off.
Yeah, well, he's got the size, and he's got the size. He's got like a.
You need that.
Oliver McCall kind of build,
With a little bit of Slash Tyson thrown in, isn't it?
Yeah, he's robust. And there's Dominic's more of a cutie,
He's a cutie. He's He's definitely
stylish. He's a stylish.
How far?
Yeah.
A day, yeah.
Now Dominic, he's a stylish fighter actually. No, Dominic's stylish, So
I do see a bright future. Obviously, with Tommy Dove running his show, and obviously starting out as a fresh new promoter. In 2016, right? I see he's got, obviously in his first show, he's got 2 prime heavyweights on his first show, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
For a start-up.
Well, I think like promoters starting out, I think he's got a good
names.
But he's got a good idea as well, because he's saying it's not all about the tickets, where some good fighters might got left behind because they couldn't really sell tickets early in their career, who ended up being like superstars. So you need someone with that kind of vision. You have to, obviously you need ticket sellers, but it's not everybody ain't going to be able to do that. So if you put some of the boys on still who can't sell tickets but they're talented, it pays dividends in the end. I mean, Ian Napper was never really a big ticket seller as such, but he got so big where he didn't, his name alone, people would just come and watch him
with
fight.
his sunglasses.
Yeah, the boxing fraternity rallies around talent when they see talent.
Definitely.
So it's not all about selling the tickets. It's got to be a balance, So it's a good idea what Tom's got.
I'm going to ask your opinion. Okay. Obviously, I've asked everyone else. Anthony Joshua's performance 2 weekends ago.
Well, it was an electrifying performance. One thing, Anthony can punch, and I think anybody he hits on the chin, it looks like they're going to go. So I expected. What's the other kid? Martin. I expected him to put up a bit more of a decent fight. I was a bit disappointed, but you can't blame Anthony Joshua for that. That's the Americans. That's down to them. But Anthony's there now. I think, they'll give him a few fights. I don't know if it'll be someone like Chisora or someone like that.
Chisora, if he gets through Pulev?
Yeah, well, that'd be a good fight for Joshua, Well, I don't think it's easy.
You don't think so?
No, but I would keep him away from David Haye.
Oh, definitely keep away from David Haye. I think, to be honest with you, as a first offence for him, in my opinion, you've got to sell the fight, because he's obviously pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So he's got to continue the pay-per-view angle of things, because if you drop pay-per-view, no one's getting paid. So he has to continue that now. It's going to have to be the ex-WBC champion Stavern, I think.
That's a hard fight.
That's a hard fight, but that warrants pay-per-view.
Yeah, definitely.
For people to put their hand in their pocket and go, do you know what, that's worth £17 worth of pay-per-view money.
Yeah, I'll buy it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Chisora, okay, he's got a hard fight with Pulev. That's a tough fight. If he does win, that does warrant pay-per-view. That does warrant a fight. He does get a chance to fight.
But you don't think it's pay-per-view? No.
I don't know. It's a tough one to sell to the British public, because he's been exposed, isn't he, by Tyson Fury, right?
Yeah.
And he got exposed by David Haye. I think people have seen enough of Chisora for a while, so he's got to do a lot of work
to get that. To get to that level.
If you bring a American over, you can always sell a fight with American.
If they're good enough.
And I think Stavern is an extra.
Stavern is very good.
Yeah.
That is a good fight. It will make a pay-per-view fight for Joshua Stavern. But it is a hard fight.
It's a hard fight.
Because he looked like he could take a wallop, and he will be there in the later rounds, where there's still a question mark over Joshua for later rounds.
Yeah, definitely.
That
was when Dillian White showed him what time it was, didn't he?
Dillian White, to me, he wasn't even in shape himself.
Right.
I mean, I've known Dillian for a while, and I've watched him, and I'm a bit critical of him as well, because technically, to me, he went with the American trainer, and I don't see no improvement in him technically. I'm a person, I always watch the technical aspect of a fighter, and I can see it, and he hasn't improved one iota technically with the American trainer. And I don't think his fitness was up to par, and neither in the fight.
Well, sparring with Klitschko prior to that.
But sparring with Klitschko don't mean nothing. It doesn't mean nothing. I mean, it's you're a sparring partner, and and I think he needs more technical work. Dylan definitely needs more technical work, and he might bring in one of them kind of fitness coaches as well. Because Joshua, when he hit Joshua in the second round, Joshua took 2 rounds to recover after that. Yeah. The third and the fourth, Joshua could hardly lift up his hands. But Dylan was physically couldn't recover to take advantage of that.
Would you say it was lack of experience on Dillian's?
Well, both of them were at the same kind of level.
But he came from a kickboxing background, whereas Joshua came from a Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah, but Joshua, but I don't think to me, it wasn't that, because he's had enough pro fights to develop. I mean, you got that many pro fights and you're not developed, something's been wrong with who's ever been coaching you. I wouldn't have a fighter have that many fights and not develop.
Okay.
Yeah, now even if you were being fed fights, the trainer's supposed to teach you. It's teaching, about teaching, schooling the fighter. So if Dylan had a proper trainer from the get-go, he most likely wouldn't have got the fight with Joshua, because he most likely would have been too good. You got to have the proper trainers. You got to schooling you, And with Joshua, I mean, I was critical of Joshua till he fought Cornish. And when he thought, everybody, he just blew away Cornish.
Yeah.
No, but what I saw in the fight, he threw a left hook in that fight like Iron Mike.
Yes.
Me as a trainer, I went, okay. I saw the improvement. The technical part, the way he dropped the left hook. So that's
Cornish,
what I look at.
Yeah, but Cornish wanted to have a scuff with him as the bell went. I think, sell yourself, Gary. The bell's rung and you want to try and knock him out. That is the worst thing you could ever do to someone like Joshua. Ease into the fight.
You can't run from Joshua. Cornish is a big guy as well. He ain't going to be able to run from Joshua, will he?
No, but at least have a feel of the fight. Let the fight unfold. Let's see where it goes. He just went over and I went, my head turned. I thought, no, forget about it.
When the bell goes, Joshua's coming for you anyway.
But he went back and he had a tear up with him, and oh gosh.
Yeah, but when someone's hitting you, I know,
but I understand that totally. But
yeah.
If you look at the fight where he got stopped, he's hitting him back where he could have. When he went down, he got back up on his feet, didn't he? And he was hitting him back. Why hit someone back when you're hurt?
Well, that's what you do in a fight. But no, the thing about it, I think Joshua might hit so hard that when you get hit, all reasoning goes out the window. An old pro, but remember, Cornish is not he was a novice as well. Really, he's not an old pro who would duck and dive.
I think that fight. Listen, it depends on that. Or it's coming out of his wages.
Well, I'm just I'm just managing and training fighters full time now. Before I used to work for the youth service, but I retired from there. So I just concentrate on the boxing.
Do you still pop up the Pedro Boys Club?
Well, I live around the corner from it.
Yeah. All right. So no more.
Yeah.
Where do you obviously see yourself? Do you see yourself going down as a Hall of Famer?
Well, that's up to other people. It's not down to myself, is it? But
Danny Mancini fought a lot of you, didn't he?
Well, me and Danny Mancini, we worked together.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in the corner with me with Henry Akawandi, with James Cook. He was in the corner. World class cutsman. He used to manage Alan Gray. I used to train Alan Gray. And Danny was a great friend of mine. He's a big loss in boxing.
Sad. Do you feel the game has obviously evolved over the last, let's say, 15 years? Do you think it's a big transition? Has it changed?
Well, it has changed. It changed because I think Matchroom has changed. They've changed everything. And it's got bigger. It is better for the viewers and everything. But I think. Sometimes you got to let some fighters. All fighters ain't going to come from elite amateurs. Some fighters are going to come
from MMA backgrounds.
Yeah, well, not really MMA as such. No. I would say more like they'd be amateur boxers, but they weren't great amateur boxers, but they could become great professional fighters. So,
but you're getting a transition of kickboxers and MMA fighters that obviously in that world are not getting the income that boxers get, and they're making the transition over.
Yeah, but that's a hard transition.
Yeah, it is.
It is a very, very. It's very hard. Because boxing is just a stance. Everything's just different. It's still fighting, but everything is different. And
there's quite a lot of them actually that are very good, amazing boxers. There's a gentleman in this country called Michael Page. Now, I think personally, he'd been fantastic boxer. He was sparring with Eubank Jr. a couple of weeks ago, and he was knocking him all over the place. He told me last week.
Oh, he told you?
Yeah. Tell me.
Okay. Well,
He's sparring with Eubank, and he's knocking him all over the place. Conor McGregor, obviously before he got beat by Nate Diaz, was tremendous boxing. If you look at the style, the stand-up of MMA is... It can be different, but it's very similar. If certain fighters fight like boxers.
Yeah, well, I suppose if they fight like boxers, most likely you've done boxing anyway.
Right.
I went into MMA. So it will depend on the individual as well, how talented that individual is. So if they can make the transfer over.
Of course.
Know.
What is your take on MMA? What is your take on the whole UFC scene? Do you?
I watch a bit of it. I'll watch a bit, but it's like it's fighting and it's like it's brutal as well. I've seen that. So it's whether I don't think it won't take over boxing. I doubt it, but it is big in its own right. It's just a different. It's just to me. It's fighting, but it's just a different format altogether. It's a different format altogether. But and it's more because it's like a mix between boxing and wrestling, really.
It's a bit of everything. You got kicks. You got elbow. You can elbow a little bit. You can knee. You can't headbutt, but you can choke. You can.
Yeah, you can do
so much.
It's different. So it's not. I mean, I watch it and I wouldn't say criticise or anything. I mean, it's hard. I know, like anything's hard, but to me, I'm a boxing person, so that's my, that's what I am, like an expert in. MMA. I mean, I could see certain things, but I wouldn't know.
Can you see the beauty in it though? Can you see?
We see when someone gets knocked out with a kick or something.
Well, this is it.
It's good like that, but but that's if you like that. I'm a boxing man, so I would watch.
Boxing will always be your grassroots.
Put it this way: if there's a boxing title for MMA, I'm watching the boxing, innit?
Sometimes that's happening now on Saturday nights. They're colliding. And obviously they're trying to get whoever's loyal to certain. Like if you're an MMA fan, you're going to pay your pay-per-view. If you're a boxing fan, they're going to do your pay-per-view. Blah blah blah, and it goes like onwards and upwards. But it's growing. I mean, it's growing over here in so much as a lot of the American outfits like UFC, Bellator MMA, they come over here. They're going to be continuing running shows. And when I ask them, what's your take on boxing? They're actually quite open-minded. They like boxing. But when I speak to boxers about MMA, they go, don't talk to me about that. It doesn't exist in my world. So they actually like boxing and they want, And
I mean, there's a place for MMA. I mean, to me, it's not. I don't really. It's not to me. It's not like a threat to boxing or anything like that. It's a different sport. And and some people really, if you can't make it in boxing, some go over to mixed martial arts anyway.
This is it.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, it was a pleasure seeing you, sir. All right. This is Brian Lawrence for Knuckle-up TV.
In connection with Each One Teach One.
Each One Teach One in connection. God bless you. Have a lovely day. We're out of here.
Right.
That's it. That was good. That was, wasn't it?
We need to train. I need to train you.
Sorry.